Liverpool 2, Brentford 0, post-match reaction and transfer news. Let's do it. Well, what's happening, everybody? I hope yous are all doing well and yous have had a nice weekend. And if yous haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, it's my birthday today. And what better way to round it off than a victory for Liverpool 2-0. The Brentford at home to Brentford. So this wee video was just basically going to give my post-match reaction to that victory, my player ratings, and also just a bit of transfer news, or not news so to speak, but what could possibly happen over the next coming days and the final days of the transfer window. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with today's match, great result, 2-0. You can't ask for more. Performance levels, I think first half was a bit flat. There was at times even in the second half was a bit flat as well. I don't know if it's the atmosphere. I don't know what's wrong there. It's getting used to the style, probably the post-Klopp experience, or it's to do with lack of signings, or maybe a combination of all. It was a bit flat. Anfield did seem a bit flat at times. I wasn't there today, but it did come across that way. But first half, great goal from Luis Diaz, and as Carragher spoke about in his commentary, it did resemble like a classic Jurgen Klopp type of goal. Like counter-attack, you know what I mean? It was great to watch. I thought defensively the whole game Liverpool was really solid. And I think that's one of the big improvements I've seen under Slot is defensively Liverpool look a lot better. They look more assured, very calm. So I'm hoping that continues moving forward. Second half, much like the Ipswich game last week, Liverpool's performance was so much better. They moved the ball a lot quicker. Triangles was much better. I know their XG was much better as well. Like, it was over 4 in the second half, while in the first half, I believe it was under 1. And I just like to see Liverpool moving the ball quicker. I think it really breaks teams down much easier. And at times, the football was scintillating. Like, that move where it was like Salah to Szoboszlai to Trent, back to Salah to McAllister, and it was like great defending at the end. It would have been such a goal, to be honest. Great defending in the end by Brentford. But Liverpool's second goal, clinical Mo Salah goal. They could have had a few more as well. But overall, in the end, decent performance, great result. Move on to Old Trafford now, and hopefully you see a bit more like of a consistent 90-minute performance, because I do think Liverpool's nearly there. I really do believe that. Regarding my match ratings, Alisson I'm going to give 7 to. Never had much to do, but what he did, he made a good save from a corner. His kicking was very good as well. Robertson, I thought Robertson had a good game. I'm going to go 7. I'm going to go 7 for the entire back four, apart from Konate. Konate, for me, was man of the match. I'm going to give Konate a 9. I thought Konate had his best game for Liverpool in quite a while, to be honest. I thought he was exceptional. Defended everything that came his way. Intercepted the ball really well. His passing was also quite assured as well. So for me, he was man of the match. Trent deserves a shout-out, but I'm still going to stick with 7 just because his, whatever it was, the huffing afterwards, I don't like it. But yeah, some of his passing's amazing. Midfield, McAllister, I'm going to go 6.5, was steady. Szoboszlai, I'm going to go 7, was better second half. Gravenberch, I'm going to go 6.5, again, was steady, was probably a bit better second half. Up front, Mo Salah, I'm going to give 7 to. I thought at times Ayer did well against him, but obviously he scored a goal, and at times he still looked threatened. 7. Jota, I'm going to go 6.5. I thought he missed a few decent-ish chances, or chances to have a chance, but obviously had an assist. I'm going to go 6.5. Diaz, I'm going to go on 8. I think Diaz looked dangerous the whole game. can hold the ball up really well. Obviously has a goal and an assist, so I'm going to give him an 8. Substitutes, I'm not really going to stress over it much. I'm not going to rate them whatsoever because I don't think they had much of an impact, and yeah, we'll just move on. But overall, I think it was a really good performance, really good start to the season from Liverpool. 2-2-0 wins, 2 clean sheets, right up there, which is what we wanted. The match we take on the Old Trafford next week and hopefully go in there and put a full performance in and hopefully get the result. But yeah, just going to finish with what probably every Liverpool fan's talking about, and more should I say hoping about, is the end of the transfer window. I think it's going to be very busy in Liverpool. I do genuinely believe that. I think outgoings, there will be quite a few as well. I reckon definitely Taylor Morton, Ben Doak, Cade Gordon. As Cade Gordon left, they'll definitely go. Nat Phillips should be going. Whether that's permanent or loans, those 4 players will, I believe, be out the door. Then there's probably question marks over the likes of Wataru, Endo, Bajcetic as well. Maybe Tsimikas. I don't know. There was talk about maybe a return to Greece for him. I'd personally keep him if you're not going to bring in a left back. But yeah, I think all those players will potentially go. And in regards incomings, I think Liverpool need it, to be honest. I think, and I've stated this before, I think as things currently stand, I see Liverpool finishing 3rd. Just because I do think, even though I'm seeing improvements in terms of style of play under Slot, I still don't think their team/squad is strong enough to probably overtake. I don't think they're that far away, but to win the league, and compete for the Champions League. So, in my opinion, Liverpool needs at least 2, preferably 3 players before the window closes. And the 2 players are, and I believe Carragher spoke about this after the match as well, a centre-back who can also play left-back, and because that basically means you're occupying 2 positions there. Like, you'll be Virgil van Dijk's replacement, and not replacement this season, but like when Van Dijk's not playing, you can play like the cup games, but you can also play alongside him, maybe in replace of Robertson, the way he mentioned Calafiori of Arsenal and stuff like that. So if Liverpool can get a left centre back over the line, that would be great. And then a holding midfielder or a number 6. Gravenberch is playing really well. There's no denying that, but I think if you have competition, it's always good. And then if you do get a number 6 in the door, then you could possibly sell Endo if you wanted to. And I believe if Liverpool get those 2 players, so a left centre back and a top number 6, and both of them is of serious quality, I think Liverpool can win the league. I really genuinely believe that. Like, as an attack, I don't think there's many teams in the league better than Liverpool. I genuinely believe that. And then if you add a number 6 to the depth they already have in midfield, McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, who was injured today, I think that is a real strong set of midfielders if you get a top number 6 in there. And Yanni as well to support that. And then defensively, Van Dijk, Joe Gomez, who possibly could leave as well. Never made an appearance today. I forgot about Joe Gomez. Kanate, Quensa. You add the new centre back there, they'll be set for the centre back area. And then left back, I think they're okay. When Robertson, Tsimikas possibly stay, and then you could add that left centre back. And right back, for me, they have the 2 best right backs in the league. I genuinely believe that. I believe Trent and Bradley are the 2 best right backs in the league. And then goalkeeper, obviously, Alisson and Kelleher's sound. So if Liverpool can get 2 players of top quality before the window shuts, I think they're good to go in every competition. I genuinely believe that. But if they do not, again, it's coming back to ambition and ownership, in my opinion. Yes, you can put all the bullshit out there about you're waiting maybe the next season, blah, blah, blah. You do it now because there's also the contract situation, which I won't get into about Trent, Virgil van Dijk, and Salah, because if they're all going to leave on a free, then you have to replace them next season alongside the two that they need now, and that will cost over 300 million for those 5 players at least. So hopefully they get it done. Do I think so? I'm still hoping. I'm still confident that we'll get at least one in. I fail to believe Liverpool will not make a signing, so I'm still confident they'll get at least one in. Regarding names, obviously Zubamendi was the target for the number 6. There's not many off the top of my head springs off the top of my head who they could go for. I'm sure they're out there. There's just none really that rings a bell. And then in the centre back, there's obviously talk about Ignacio Hincapié. I can't pronounce his name, of Bayern Leverkusen. Mark Gay, I believe, is going to Newcastle, so we'll probably scrub him off the list. But yeah, hopefully Liverpool can get something sorted, because there should be no excuses regarding money, because they've already brought in like 50 more or less for Van den Berg, Carvalho, and then whatever they've gotten off the likes of Luis Alberto and Dominic Solanke as well. So they've brought in 50 million in that regard, and then whatever else they're going to make from the likes of Taylor Morton sales, potentially Joe Gomez as well. Especially if he goes, that'll add another. You're talking 15 million for him and Taylor Morton. So there should be no excuses there in regards to money. The money should be there. So I'm just hoping that they will get something done, because it would be showing ambition, and it would also be showing that you're backing the manager and the new process with Richard Hughes, and then you're also showing that you want to win the title. And I think more than anything, what the new signings will do is give the whole place a lift, because as I spoke about at the start of the video, it did feel quite flat at times. And I think if you get new signings in the door, more than anything, what that does, it does provide a bit of excitement. And I think that will also give the players a lift, that we are already strong and we have added these 2 top players. Look what we could do. So I'm hoping over the next week that something will get done. But it's hope rather than an expectation. But yeah, what does everybody else think? And what does everybody else think about the day's match? How does everybody feel? Thanks very much for watching.